Well, hello, and here we are 2 days later, and I've had time to think about the passes and what I think of them. Let's start with the first one then, Rhinos Pass. You can't mention Rhinos without actually mentioning the ride getting to the start there at Rhinos, because from where I am, and the ride in the Lake District, up Windermere and what have you, is absolutely amazing. So that needs a mention, not just the actual passes themselves, but getting to them is as much fun as the rides themselves. It's an amazing area, definitely somewhere I'm going to visit again, because obviously just whizzing around the passes in one day, there's much more to see. But yeah, Rhinos Pass itself, it's a steep climb. Now I was lucky in that nothing really came the other way and made me actually come to a complete stop, which I'm glad about, because stopping on a hill like that on a motorbike it'd be difficult to get going again. If you were, especially if you had a pillion on and camping gear or whatever like that, because some people do them loaded up. If you have to stop on that hill and get going again, that's going to be difficult. That could be a problem. But other than that, it's not really a hard road to ride itself, because the surface is good. The surface is good. There are passing points, but like I say, on the very steep bit where you probably need a passing point, when I went up, as you saw in the video, somebody was actually parked in it, which is ridiculous. I didn't realise this till I come back, but it's actually one of the steepest roads in Britain, apparently, with a gradient of 1 in 3. The other thing I should mention is the Shire Stone. That's interesting, as is Fellfoot Farm, which is a 17th century farmhouse. It is a grade 2 listed building with the National Trust, which also has an interesting history, which I really in the video I didn't go into. Incidentally, the name Rhinos, it is a strange name because of the way it's spelt. It actually means the Pass of the Stallion. In translation, basically, it means because of the steep gradient of it, you need a strong stallion to get up it. You still need serious horsepower to get up there. I definitely wouldn't try and go, I mean, I dare say people have done it on scooters, small 50cc scooters, but me being a big chap, I won't put my faith in a 50cc engine getting me up that hill. Probably end up going backwards, not forwards. And the other good thing about Rhinos Pass is the fact that it obviously leads straight onto the Hard Knott Pass. As soon as you turn over that bridge, you're on a different pass. You're on Hard Knott Pass, which is another amazing pass. Again, a steep climb with twisting corners, and there's points in it where you can't see things coming towards you, so you've got to be careful. I'd just stay in first gear if you're unsure, so you're not dropping down gears on a steep hill. Probably not a good idea. But just stay in first gear and take your time, because these things are over quickly anyway. There's no point in racing through it, because even at a steady pace like I did, it's over and gone in 10-15 minutes. So you wouldn't want to go any quicker, because you're just going to miss it. Take in the views best you can when you're not concentrating on the road. Hard Knock as well, it's got a fort on it, the Roman fort, which I found interesting. Known to the Romans as Medio Bogdum, was known as the loneliest outpost on the Roman Empire. And you can kind of see it would have been on the edge of the empire. A lot of people don't even know that's there. A lot of people just sail straight past the fort. They don't even see it, which I'm amazed. I've spoken to so many people and they're like, what, there's a Roman fort? I'm like, how do you miss it? But I'm glad I went to that, it was good. So on to the next pass then. Newlands Pass is the third of the passes. The thing about the passes is every one you do is different than the others. They all have something different to offer. Newlands Pass, fantastic waterfall. That's not something I'd read about, knew about or anything before I started the pass. I just come around the corner and wow, that is amazing. It's a stunning waterfall. And from that, the ride, well, as you see on my video, I didn't actually complete the full Newlands Pass. I actually turned off it, which I'm really annoyed about, which just means I'm going to have to go back, because I am going to go back in the summer and do all these in reverse in the other direction. But obviously Newlands, I've got unfinished business there because there's a section of it I haven't done, because my sat-nav told me to turn off it, which is really frustrating, but it's an excuse to do it again. Like all the others, the views are stunning, left and right, mountains and valleys, rivers, waterfalls, what's not to like? It's absolutely amazing. The next pass I came to was Honister Pass, with the slate mine that was on it. Again, another amazing pass. It's pretty straight road, not as many twists and turns as say Rhinos and Hard Knott, so it's easier to ride. You can even do this one easily in a car or motorhome even, because the road's big enough. The slate mine is well worth a visit if you want to actually visit it proper and go in and see the history and the slate mine itself, go underground, do the tour. They do tours there. There's other things, they have zip lines and all sorts of things, I believe. On the video you see a bus coming down, you can actually take the bus from there, doing the tour, so that's well worth it. The pass is amazing, goes down into a valley with steep mountains on both sides. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. Like I say, it offers something different than the others. It's easier to ride, so in some ways it's good because the road is straight. You can just basically spend some time having a good look around at the amazing views rather than concentrating on the actual riding that you're doing. I have to make a special mention as part of that is Buttermere. The Buttermere and the lakes is absolutely outstanding. The views, I stopped there and took a picture of the bike, which I like to do when I go to places. It is beautiful, really, really nice area. And the rides through it are just amazing. Following the lake, edge of the lake, that's a beautiful ride on that road. While you're doing these passes, the amazing thing about them is some of the passes, when you've got a little bit of a ride between them, even them area that you're going through to get to your next pass is just as amazing as the actual passes themselves. The linking roads and the areas around the passes are just as worth the visit as the rest of the, the Lake District is just an amazing place. Up next is Whinlatter Pass, another one that's easily accessible in camper vans and in cars, not just motorbikes. It's pretty relatively straight, steep sections on it. It's an excellent area for walking. The Whinlatter Forest Visitors Centre has a little bit of things to do there. You can hire bicycles, but if you've got time on your hands, then park up there and take your walking boots with you. There's some beautiful walks around there through the forest. It's absolutely stunning, and like I say, the wildlife's amazing. They've got ospreys, and obviously you'll just see natural wildlife as you're walking, so that's a must do. I just drove straight through it. Got to be honest, as a ride for a motorbike, although it is beautiful and there's all these things to do, like I said, if you're just riding through it, it's not quite as interesting. It's not as challenging for a rider for a start. And the views, well, you're seeing a lot of trees. You're going through a forest, so your views are limited a little bit because you're just seeing trees. So there wasn't really much to see on the day I was going through, apart from the other people that were there and cyclists, and that were it really. Last but not least is the Kirkstone Pass, with its famous pub in the middle, the third highest pub in Britain, which is behind the Tannhill Inn and the Cat and Fiddle. And then this is the third highest in Britain. And the other thing about this is, I believe, is the highest road, as I said in the video, highest road accessible by a car, by motor vehicles. It's an interesting route. On a nice day, it's a lovely ride. Like I say, you got that stop in the middle. The pub is shut at the minute, but as you can see on the video we've just done, there's scaffolding around it. It looks like they've put new windows and things in, so it is being done up, it's been renovated, so that'll be nice when it reopens. And if you can get up there on a nice day and just sit outside with a cold drink or a coffee or whatever, there's plenty of seating areas outside, and there's a huge car park, so there'll always be somewhere to stop. It's great, and like I said, you even get a choice of routes, because once you get to that point, like it did for me, it splits two different ways. Both ways are beautiful, and again, it's amazing. In order of the passes I've done, it seems that the last ones I did were the easier to do. The first ones, Rhinos and Hard Knott, are the more difficult, more challenging from a rider point of view, and they seem to get easier as the day goes on. None of them are boring. They all offer something different, like I said, and if you're going to do them all like I did. I'm glad I did them all. There's not one I'd particularly say that don't do it because it's rubbish. Maybe the Whinlatter is not as much fun as the others, but if you're in the area and doing passes, then you've got to do them. I'm going to go back to the area and pick up some other roads that I missed that I didn't have time to do, so they'll be in future videos. And of course another future video will be doing all these passes again in reverse, other direction, hoping I can do it in some red hot sunshine if I can. That'd be amazing. And I'm going to camp up there, so I've got more time, so I can do more off the bike. I can maybe stop and walk to things and have a look at other things that I've missed. So that wraps up my video, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and have a look at the other videos I've done. Thanks for listening to me whittering on and watching the videos. I've really enjoyed doing them. I hope you enjoyed watching them. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.